Welcome to another episode of the Muffed Sports Show. I'm your host, Hayden Haynes, and joining me this week again is Seth Killen and Cody Hart. What's up,
Bingo.
Yeah,
boys?
What it
Welcome
do?
back.
what to do?
How's
What it do?
everybody
We
feeling? We
we
ready to roll?
hey,
We got football next week for
we one
college.
week closer.
Yes,
One week
Oh,
sir.
closer now.
We're
we right there,
actually
fella.
we're like 9 days away from that Iowa State Kansas State game in Dublin, Ireland. Can we believe it?
Oof.
Dad's kind of
Me
lit. My
either.
hometown.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
all down.
I'm
Yeah.
from Ireland.
Oh yeah.
That's why they call me Patty.
That's right. I forgot Mr. SPK over here, Mr.
SPK,
Patrick.
Mr. Patty.
Well, I'm excited to watch that. That is a battle of two, top 25 teams. Last year we had Florida State and Georgia Tech. I want to remind everybody that we did call that upset, Cody.
We
Georgia
did.
Tech over Florida State. We were sniffing out that Florida State was going to be one of the, biggest flops of the season. I was hammering that. Definitely it was fun to watch Georgia Tech pull out that upset and get that win. And, had that in a parlay, had that in a straight bet. So that was fun. Hopefully we can get the pick right this time. We'll preview that next week on the show because it'll be a couple days before that game. So want to
Yeah.
really dive into that first week zero matchup, and that's the biggest one for sure. So we'll talk about that next week, just a little foreshadowing. But we're really close to football. Obviously, we have preseason coming up for NFL. It's still in the middle of that, so that's gonna be fun to dive into that too. But for the most part today, we do have another kind of prediction show for everybody. So we're going to talk about some college football predictions, really kind of solidify who we think's winning the main Power Four conference championships. Not who's like winning the regular season, just like actually coming out, who's winning that conference championship game, who's making it, at the end of it all. So we're gonna dive into the predictions on NFL as well. We're gonna give you kind of a rundown of our MVPs, all of the awards, offense rookie of the year, defense rookie of the year, offensive player of the year, and the defense player of the year as well. And then really for the most part, we're gonna also touch on the awards for college football, but mainly just the Heisman on this episode. So we'll kind of save some other predictions later on, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Maybe a would you rather segment if we get to it, if we'd have enough time. So that's pretty much going to be the agenda today. I want to start with college football just because we kind of did mainly NFL last week, and we're going to dive right into it though. So we're going to start from the Big 12 right here, okay, Cody? And
Yeah.
I know that this one is definitely the diciest one of them all. That's why I kind of want to get it out of the way. I think that for the most part, the odds are the juiciest. If you're a betting man, you see the odds on Hard Rock or on FanDuel, whatever it might be that you use, and it's looking like Kansas State and Arizona State for whatever reason is
Hmm.
five plus 500 plus 550 around that area. I know it fluctuates from time to time, but after that, I mean, I think from what I've seen, you get a kind of a mix of Texas Tech and Baylor and Utah, in the
Yeah, those
600
are
range.
like the round out the next three for sure.
Right. So I kind of just wanted to talk about that just off the rip, just kind of set it up to say that clearly we know last year it was chaotic as well. Arizona State did kind of surprise some people. Sam Levitt does come back, their star quarterback. They lose Cam Scatterboo, but I honestly feel like they're going to be just fine because they do have
Yeah.
Jordan Tyson at wide receiver, who's one of the best wide receivers in the country and definitely probably in that conference for sure. So,
Yeah.
um, I love what they're doing there at Arizona State. Kansas State, we know that has Avery Johnson. He's been there for a few years, the dynamic quarterback. I like what they've been doing, but we'll see if that's going to be one of our predictions or not. They've been, flirting with that conference for a while now to take it over, so maybe it's their year. And then we have Dave Aranda coaching the Baylor Bears, and
Yeah.
they really got some firepower on offense. I feel like they've been building that defense up. We know that that's what Dave Aranda really is known for, his defensive blueprint, one of the best defensive minds in
Yeah.
college football. But they do return their quarterback and running back. So I feel like overall the offense will have some, chemistry and continuity. So I feel like that's a good team to look at. And then you got Utah. So Utah last year we kind of picked them. I feel like I think if I remember correctly, Cody, we picked Utah to win that conference, or I did at least. We kind of both I feel like talked about them pretty highly. Cam Rising, that whole
Most
debacle, he was just like hurt, and it was so quick to
definitely.
just go out of the window, man. Like that didn't last long. But this year they do have some high hopes. I feel like Texas Tech as well. They really spent the most money out of anybody. that I
Yep.
just mentioned and out of any of the teams possibly in the country. So it's going to be about how does Texas Tech kind of gel all of that talent. But yeah, I mean, just wanted to kind of set that up, make sure everybody knows that this is definitely the hardest pick we're going to have to make. We
Yep.
don't know what's going to happen, just like nobody else knows, because this conference is just a Wild West shootout.
It's wide
So,
open.
anyways, give me your general thoughts before you make your pick, and then you can kind of just summarize it up to your best ability.
Like I said, like I was just saying, this conference, the Big 12, is wide open. Like like you were just talking about, you got Utah, Baylor, Kansas State, Arizona State, Texas Tech, Colorado. Like there's some big teams in there, but it's just so spread out that it's like, who do I pick? Because last year Arizona State was favored to finish last, and they
Yeah.
won the conference championship. So it's definitely like, I'll pick this team and they could win it. I mean, that's kind of, if you picked Arizona State last year, that's what happened. So, but I don't think it's going to happen this year, to be honest with you.
Oh
I
yeah.
got, I got Texas Tech winning this
Okay.
conference.
That's
I mean,
interesting that you say that. That's
it's
interesting.
valid. I mean, they did just spend a lot of money.
They spent a lot of money in the transfer portal. They were the number two transfer portal class this year. And they also have the 72nd easiest schedule this year, which
Okay.
is the easiest schedule in the Big 12. So I mean, you add all that up together, and they were a good team last year, and they're returning a lot of talent. Like I said, they hit the transfer portal hard, and if it like you were saying earlier, Hayden, if it all gels together, they could be really dangerous. And I believe it's going to gel together, and they're going to win this conference.
Yeah, so I did want to kind of just push back. In my opinion, I was really high on Texas Tech as well. It was hard for me not to pick them just because of the whole, they spent all the money thing. I get
Yeah,
that. The one thing that scares me, there's two things, but the one thing obviously is, um, to me, the schedule is harder than it might show because
no,
here's the reason why, right? Okay, it looks on paper kind of easy, but the thing is they do have to play a couple of road games that I feel like are going to make them not win the conference like championship itself. So at Utah early on in the season is a hard game just because Utah is going to be better than people think. Just because last year was a down year doesn't mean that they're done. Then they
yeah,
go to Arizona State, who we just talked about being one of the better teams. So that's two of the harder teams in the conference that you got to go on the road to. Okay. Then the one of the best teams for sure is Kansas State. They also played them on the road.
mm-hmm.
So to say all that, and you finish the year out at West Virginia, who knows what they're going to look like, but it's still, another road game that's challenging at the end of the season. I just personally feel like Texas Tech probably goes around 9-3. I'm not saying they lose every single one of those road games I just mentioned. I think they can beat Utah. They might be able to pull off the Kansas State game as well. At Arizona State, I feel like might be pretty tough, but it's going to come down to how they gel, like you said, and that's what kind of makes me a little worried. But we saw Ohio State. We know that they spent all that money last year. Texas Tech's not on that level, but for that
No,
conference specifically, maybe it gets them over the hump. Maybe that's really all it takes now is just spending that money. So I don't know. I feel like that's the only thing I'm pushing back on is the schedule is kind of easy. Other than the three biggest teams in that conference, they play on the road.
yeah.
So
It's
um,
if they can pull at least one of those off, they could be in a good position to make the conference championship if they pull one of those off, which I think, honestly, in my opinion, I'll go ahead and say it. I think early on, I think they might beat Utah,
yeah,
Hmm.
and I think they could be. It'd be close again with the other two, Kansas State and Arizona State, just because they got two developed quarterbacks in Sam Levitt and Avery Johnson.
yeah.
I
I
just
Hmm.
kind
think,
I kind of think that they go around 9-3 or 10-2, and that they could sneak into the conference championship game. And I'll save who I think they'll play in a minute because I don't want to spoil my prediction because I kind of want to hear from you guys a little bit more. But I was gonna just
Mm-hmm.
also talk about Texas Tech real quick. They did get the number one and number two transfer portal. Um, well, they got the number one or how you look at it depends. Some people say it's number two, but it's basically one or two of the best transfer portal classes in the country. So guys like defensive tackle Lee Hunter from UCF and David Bailey from Stanford edge rusher, I feel like he's going to help the defense out a little bit. So that's nice. You got to pressure those quarterbacks in this conference, like Sam Levitt, Sawyer Robertson from Baylor, and yeah, I mean the coaching overhaul. They got new coordinators, so that the newness of the team is going to be a little iffy at times, just to see how that like all together, not just the players but the coaches as well, how they gel.
Yeah,
But the defense being better should help. Schedule, like you said, is favorable, but those three road games just gives me
it's
some pause. But yeah, that's it for me on the Texas Tech side. I don't want to, knock them down at all. I think they're going to be right back in the mix. They were kind of good last year. They just needed to get a little bit better on defense.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And then Seth, I mean, is there any dark horses, anybody that you're feeling in this conference?
Well, it's sounding like y'all think that Texas Tech's just gonna walk all over my pick.
No, I don't think they're gonna walk all over
And
anybody.
that is the Utah, the
Utes.
one and only Hughes.
Yeah, no, Utah, honestly, I do feel like this
I'm
is a
thinking,
revenge tour
yeah,
because
I'm thinking Cam Rising gonna come back with a little
no, he's not
vengeance.
there anymore. He's old.
Huh?
He's done. Cam Rising's done.
Oh,
Dunzo.
yep.
Yep.
Then yep, we're
Don't listen to
cooked.
Seth, everybody.
Don't listen to me.
It's all right. He doesn't know his college quarterbacks enough, but it's okay. We'll give you a pass on that. I understand. But Utah is going to get better because the realistic thing is, I mean, they have one of the worst seasons that they've had in the last few years. They have one of the best coaches in that conference. So, I
Yeah, their
mean,
coach is very good. I will
the
say that.
the thing about Utah is, um, can they get that quarterback play that they need? And then do they have the defense like they've usually had to keep, them in the games and stuff like that, get some big stops at times because you're going to go up against some tough offenses in this conference. So it's not going to be a cakewalk. I got to look at their schedule again. I feel like from what I've seen, their schedule is manageable. They might have a couple of those tough games. I'm about to pull that up actually because I am curious to pull that up and see if they do play as many of those road games as Texas Tech does. But I still feel like they're not going to be in the top three of that conference. I would probably say they're more four or five, if anything. I do think where they're at in the projections is like the betting, world. I think that's about right. So, Cody, I mean, do you have any thoughts about Utah at all? Were they in consideration for you or
After last year, it's hard. And I do believe in Utah. Like I think they'll be better this year. I love their defense. Their defense is always cooking. It's just on the offensive side, I'm kind of a little nervous on that just because how they performed last year.
they got a
But
new offensive coordinator, Jason Beck. So I mean, he's coming in from New Mexico. They also kind of just really have literally been one of the best coach teams in the country with Kyle Whittingham. I think that this could possibly be one of his last seasons. I think it's his
yeah,
21st year here. They were one of the bottom teams in turnover luck and close game fortune. So I mean, if you kind of get the ball to bounce your way, to so to say, I feel like that's all you need sometimes in football is a little bit more luck and a little bit situational, just awareness and stuff. So I feel like if they mix those two together, they have this new offensive, scheme coming in. I think there's a chance for them to win 8 or 9 games. They could be one of those teams that is sneaky good. They're always going to be in the mix in most of these games, but um, yeah, O line wise, they got one of the best O lines in the country. Apparently, it looks like they're going to be probably the best O line in that conference. So that already helps. Yeah, I mean, Devin Dampier, this is their quarterback, transfer from New Mexico, comes in with the offensive coordinator. So you have, them together. They're already in uh, the same wavelength, I'd say. So I think that's going to help them out. So it's just going to be about once again, does that really get them over the hump? Is the offense going to be good enough? We'll have to see. But for me, I do think Utah's going to have a lot better of a season. I don't have enough confidence to put them as the champion, but I
yeah,
do think they're going to be up there. If you want to bet them, I mean, they are a juicy bet. I feel like some books got them as high as plus 900. I could be wrong about that, but I know Hard Rock's a little lower. Let's see. Let me pull it up real quick because I was looking at it earlier. Utah Utah should be around, I think, plus 700. Let me see real quick. Conference winners, Utah is, oh, just kidding. They've gone up. So they're getting a lot of love recently. Plus 575. They started out pretty low as far as the odds go. So they're still in that range because I mean everybody else, Kansas State, Texas Tech, Arizona State is like plus 525 to plus 550. So they're right outside of that. They're fourth in the odds. Like I said, I think they're in that 4 to 5 range in the conference. Did a lot of yapping just to kind of explain the Utah Utes there, but trying to give everybody a rundown. And honestly, I guess this is my segue into my pick.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Utah 4 or 5 is about right. I feel like I'm gonna put Kansas State at 3. I'm kind of, going down the list here to kind of hype up my pick a little bit. I got Arizona State at 2. So you might ask, well, who the hell do you have at number 1 for the Big 12?
Mhm.
And that, sir, will be the Baylor Bears coming out of this conference. Okay.
Mm.
And I mentioned Dave Aranda, the head coach, and his defensive mind and his ability to just really just get the Bears to be one of the best defenses in the country, but also in that conference, no doubt. Like they're going to be probably the best defense, in my opinion. I mean, Kyle Whittingham, he does a great job of that as well. So, um, but yeah, I mean, to say all that, I really like Sawyer Robertson at quarterback. They got one of the best running backs in the country. I believe that their schedule sets up nice for them. They play, I think, Arizona State and Kansas State both at home, if I'm not mistaken. So to have those games at home is a big win. I just think that it sets up for them this year to really take that conference because I think Arizona State is going to be really good. And I think it's going to come down to probably Arizona State and Baylor in the conference championship game. I think Baylor gets it done just a little bit. I just got a feeling it's hard, like we said. This is a weird conference, but I got a feeling that Baylor gets it done. They'll both be there when it's all said and done, though. But Kansas State, I'm not ready to jump on them just quite yet. They'll probably be the third or fourth best team, but yeah, I'm going with the Baylor Bears this year. And I got the feeling that they start out the season hot and they beat Auburn for that Friday night game before the Saturday week 1 games. And I mean that's going to be the thing that they need to kind of light them to get them going.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask, what do you have them beating Auburn week 1?
I do have
Because
them, and they're also favored right now by a couple points against Auburn. And I'm gonna be honest, like I just think that at home, that's a tough place to play. Auburn is a little shaky right now from everything I've been keeping up with. I don't trust them to start out absolutely on fire. Auburn's a team that I feel like could get better as the year goes on, but the
yeah,
thing is like I got to see Jackson Arnold really do something. I know he beat Alabama last year at Oklahoma, but besides that, he didn't do anything. He got benched. We know the whole story with him. He transferred. I mean, look, you see him struggling at times in practice. I know it's practice. I get it, but the reports are that it's not looking great. It's not up to where they want it to be. But this is not about Auburn. This is about Baylor, and Baylor is going to start out hot. Not in a conference game, but they'll need that win against Auburn to kind of push them to go in that direction of having one of the best seasons that they've had in a while. So I got Baylor winning this.
I I could see that. I could see that happening. I think they'll beat Auburn week 1. I think they'll beat. I think they're arguably might drum Auburn, if we're going to say that.
You think they're going to drum Auburn?
Yeah.
What you
Well,
mean?
I don't know if they're going to drum Auburn. They could get out
No,
out to a good start though, for sure.
no, they're drumming them. Give me a little 38-14. Or
Okay, that's a little disrespectful to Auburn, man.
hey,
Yeah,
roll
Not
tide.
we
surprising.
gonna
Not
see,
surprising
man.
coming from Cody though. I get
Not
it.
surprising coming from a damn Bama fan, man.
Last thing I was going to say about Baylor, their star of that team is the running back that's returning, and that's Bryson Washington. He's going to be one of the best running backs in the country for sure. Definitely going to tear up defenses in the Big 12. Um, he had 116 yards and 2 touchdowns against Texas Tech last year, 196 and 4 tutties versus TCU. And yeah, I mean, he's just a dog, man. So he's going to be really, really good for them. And Sawyer Robertson, he's going to be able to be one of the veteran quarterbacks in that conference to kind of game manage and get them over the hump at times. And I think that's pretty much all they need. And a good defense, like they have the schedule to do it. I just pulled it up right here. Obviously, like I said, I think they have home games against Arizona State, home games against Kansas State, two of the best teams in the conference, and a home game against Utah. I'm not saying they win all 3 of those games, but to have the 3 hardest teams in the conference be at home, yeah, I'm gonna rock with Baylor this year because I just don't know who else to pick. And if you're gonna just say, okay, well, let's just look at the schedules, who's got the easiest path? Then I think Baylor does. But that still means they still got to win the actual conference championship game. It's going to be tough, neutral site, all that. Arizona State will probably be there, like I said. I believe in them getting back because they saw it last year. They went to the playoffs. They almost beat Texas. They got that taste in their mouth. They want to go back and they want to make a run. And I think Sam Levitt at quarterback is one of the best NFL prospects coming out of this next year's class. I think Arizona State will be really nice. I just have a feeling Baylor gets it done. And that's it from the Big 12.
I like it.
Anyways, sorry to start out on a rant, but that's how I had to make it make sense. Now, moving on to
Sorry.
the ACC, another conference that um, I feel like in the past has been a little bit of a toss up, but now Clemson's kind of back, right? So they're back. They're
That's what
feeling like the team that everybody's picking, and I'm not even gonna deny it. I mean, we've talked about it already in the past shows. It's pretty hard not to pick them, right, Cody?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's Clemson. I
yeah,
think
I was gonna say the same.
yeah,
Well, then
Clemson.
let's just I guess ask the question: who's the team that really could scare Clemson this season?
I got two.
Okay.
I got Georgia Tech and I got Miami.
Okay, I mean
Yep, I like it.
that's exactly what I got. I don't know if you got Georgia Tech over Miami. I think I'm picking Miami over Georgia Tech right
I'm,
now.
I'm picking just because Carson Beck's still Carson Beck, like he's a dog.
They have
I
one of
think
the better O lines too.
exactly. I think he's people are kind of hating on him, but I think he's gonna exceed expectations there and have a really good season. And I
Yeah.
think his experience and that team around him, like you said, they have one of the best offensive lines. So I believe just that aspect and just kind of a new, fresh start for Carson Beck. I think he's going to do really well in that offense because I
I
mean we
f-
saw what Cam Ward did when he transferred in. I mean he balled out.
yeah. And
And
I
I
don't
mean
I don't want to talk a lot, but go ahead, Seth.
they also got that new defensive coordinator, Corey Heatherman.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty solid. I think they're what number 10 or something in the AP poll.
Yeah, I think they're
Georgia
right at
Tech is not ranked, I'm pretty sure. Is that right? They're like outside of the top 25.
I believe so.
I think they're not ranked right now, but that probably will change if Georgia Tech gets on a little hot streak to start the season. But yeah, Clemson. Let's talk about them real quick. So Cade Klubnik, we mentioned to be in the Heisman conversation. I think he could win it if he gets just on an absolute tear this season.
yeah.
The only thing that gives me maybe just a little bit of concern is that sometimes last year they struggled in games. I felt like that they could have, you know, just put their foot down on some teams' necks and really just end the game. But they couldn't against South Carolina. They struggled against SMU even. They kind of let them back in that conference
I was gonna
championship
say,
game.
dude, SMU's low key rated
That
third right now.
That's the thing. We got to put some respect on Rhett Lashley, the head coach over there. Kevin Jennings, the quarterback. They went to the playoffs. I know, it's not easy to go back there, but they're a team that could do it. I just am a little hesitant to pick them over like Miami to be like a runner up in this conference. I kind of think Clemson and Miami play in the conference championship.
That's I
And
think
it'll be a good battle between those vet quarterbacks and Cade Klubnik and Carson Beck. I wouldn't be surprised if Miami could have pulled that game out, but honestly, like just because Miami's wide receivers are all kind of gone now, right? They all had different
Yeah,
paths. Horton went to Bama, Restrepo went to the league. Also, Elijah Royals on the Seahawks. Like Damon Martinez is on the Seahawks at running back. They lost a lot. I know their fans in the comments have told me that their wide receivers are sneaky good. I've looked them up. They got, potential. It's just we haven't seen it yet. It's young guys. It's guys that are just waiting their turn. I get it. So it could be good, but they have a good O line. They got a good running back. They'll be like Mark Fletcher's their running back. He's a really good. He's a tall running back. He's physical. I think that their coach is great, Mario Cristobal. They'll be right there in it. Carson Beck's has got to not do what he did last
gotta
year at Georgia.
gotta
yeah.
do something.
You
He's
were
definitely got a lot of eyes on him after
right.
the whole thing of him transferring for a shoddy and then
Yeah,
now shoddy is no longer. So now we're gonna see if he can really lock in or
right. Does he
what
yeah,
he
does
can
he
bring to
use
the
that? Does he
table.
use that to his advantage and kind of use that as motivation? We'll see.
hmm
Good, good.
Yeah. So ACC's wrapped up. The
I think it's
Clemson.
Clemson, yeah, man. I
yeah.
mean, they've got
Yeah.
11 returning or at least top preseason all ACC teams
They
like
do have
players.
the most projected like NFL players in this
Yeah.
next
I mean,
draft.
I could
So
see him definitely cooking, I'd hope.
yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So Big Ten is next. Pretty much this year we know Ohio State's returning, defending champs. They're number 3 in the country. They have a battle at quarterback. I feel like it's kind of still up in the air between their two quarterbacks. Julian Sand transferred from Alabama last year. He is patiently, waiting his turn. Obviously, he had to wait last year from Will Howard to kind of go. And it's not going to be Julian Sand's job necessarily, but I feel like it probably will end up being his job.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, but I'm just talking about Ohio State real quick. Penn State, we know they bring back the most people in the whole
Yeah,
country, possibly. So they
I mean,
got a
I
squad.
like Drew Aller.
We know you love Drew
I
Aller.
like him. I mean, a little Josh Allen, you know.
So the thing with Drew Aller, he was good last year. Obviously, his wide receivers were not that great. They got better at wide receiver in the portal, and I think overall they'll have a good offense. They bring back Nick Singleton, Katron Allen at running back. They're loaded at running back. Defense will be solid. So Penn State is probably a lot of people's pick.
They got three new wide receivers via the transfer.
Yeah.
And Trevor,
So
well, I don't know how to say his last
it's
name.
okay.
Pina,
That's all right. We'll give you a pass.
Kyron Hudson, and Devontae Ross. So I mean,
Yeah.
they could be cooking maybe.
So basically, the other team I think that's going to be in the mix is Oregon. They have the pedigree, the coach. Dan Lanning's a great coach. They do have a quarterback situation that is going to be new, just like a lot of teams in the country. Dante Moore waited his turn. Dylan Gabriel left. He's really good. He was a big recruit. Came over from UCLA. I think he's going to be a good quarterback this season. I like what I've seen from him. I think they're going to be one of the best teams in the country too. I think, top 10 is valid for sure. They're going to be in that mix. It's really going to be about what can Michigan bring to the table in this conference so it's not just so top heavy. And is Indiana going to be really good again? I mean, people are high on Indiana's quarterback who transferred to them. They lost Curtis Rourke to the NFL. They still have good players on that roster that went to the playoff, even though some people thought they shouldn't. So, is there any shot that somebody other than Ohio State and Penn State win it, or is it just kind of set? It's going to be one of them like dueling it out in the championship game.
I think
It's
Justin.
all yeah.
I think it's gonna be one of the two. To be honest with you.
The only person
Yeah,
I could see competing would be Oregon.
Yeah.
right. Because they got the
That's probably
most talent
yeah.
other than those two
Other
teams.
than those
And
two,
I'll
I
be
mean,
with you. I think it's Penn State's year.
there. I mean, I would hope. I hate to say it, but I would hope to see
I
it be Penn State.
finally James Franklin and the boys get it done, and they get the Big Ten championship.
I mean, didn't Penn State just get the Ohio State defensive coordinator too? Or
They
am I tripping?
could be you could I don't know. I got to double check that, but I know that for sure. Penn State does return some of the most starters in the country. I think the other thing about Penn State is that everybody wants to focus on what they can't do, like what they haven't done, but nobody wants to look at like how good they've been for so long with I'm losing my mind. But James Franklin, I feel like he's been a great
Hmm.
coach for them. I think yes, he has the Ohio State problem. He hasn't gotten over the hump. They were in the conference championship last year, put up a decent fight against Oregon, but it's not like we haven't seen coaches in the past get over this hump. Like for a long time, we used to knock coaches about not winning the big game, and it was kind of Kirby for a little bit. Could he beat Alabama? He finally beat Alabama in the Natty in 22. I think like realistically, there's a time that some people just finally get over that hump. And I think this could be the one shot, not like the only shot, but the one shot that, we can really just hone in on and see like, okay, they brought back Katron Allen and Nick Singleton. They brought back a top five potential quarterback in the draft. They got better at wide receiver. We know what they do on defense every year. It's like they seem to just clone Micah Parsons every year. It's like, how do we keep doing that?
Hate
You
that.
had Chop Robinson after, you had Abdul Carter. Like they're just loaded every year at linebacker. But I mean, Penn State really is going to have to just lock in on that championship game because they probably will somehow go to Ohio State and lose in the regular season. But if you look at the Penn State schedule, it sets up nice. They don't have a lot of hard games. So realistically, that's going to be good for them. They'll probably, I mean, I think they should walk into this conference championship game and play Ohio State or Oregon again. But I mean, Ohio State, the thing with them, they're a little bit, just got to prove once again that they're one of the best teams in the country. But They lost a lot of guys. We talked about this before.
There's a lot of guys.
So, you lose both your running backs, Judkins and Henderson. You lose your quarterback, Will Howard. You lose your edge rushers. You lose a lot of guys. And then you keep guys like Caleb Downs is one of the best players in the country on defense at safety. You bring back Jeremiah Smith, who is probably the best player in the country. So, I mean, Ohio State is going to be really good. But you look at Ohio State and their schedule, but like the Penn State game obviously is at home. They usually beat up on Penn State. It's a good game, but I mean, other than that, I mean, they play just a couple of hard games, not anything crazy. They end the year at Michigan. They haven't beat Michigan in the last few years. Do they finally beat at Michigan, or do they beat Michigan at Michigan this season? I mean, is that a game that they lose? Like, I could see them running the table and going undefeated again, and then maybe losing in the conference championship.
Yeah, I could see that. Kind of like what Oregon went undefeated last year, and didn't they get bumped out?
Well, Oregon lost to Ohio State earlier in the season, and then they went to the conference championship.
Ohio State year in the regular season
So Oregon, I'm sorry, I apologize. They beat Ohio State in the regular season. Then they went to the conference championship, beat Penn
and lost.
State, and then they
Yeah,
lost to Ohio State in the first game they played in the playoffs. So they ran the table. Ohio State last year, obviously had their woes again with Michigan. That's what I'm saying. Does Ohio State slip up to only Michigan this season again? Probably not. So I
Yeah, I think it's tough
I
for Ohio
how
State
do
to
you
pull it back
how do you
after
see?
losing those many key guys on offense. I mean, I'm sure they got some decent guys in the back, but I mean,
But the thing is, like,
Penn
their
State still
schedule is
got
so easy. Like, look at
that's
Ohio State's schedule right here. I'm about to tell you, it's really not anything. It's at Washington, okay? It's at Illinois, who's supposed to be better. At Wisconsin, who's all right. Home against Penn State, okay? Then bunch of whatever at Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers, at Michigan. Like, I'm not worried about Ohio State this year. I'm not. Like, people want to, I've just brought up. I'm just playing devil's advocate, saying like, yeah, they lost
hmm
people. It's tough. It's hard, but they're Ohio State for a reason. They pay everybody. They get people they want. They bring back two of the best players in the country. One's on each side of the ball. So I mean, look,
yeah.
it's
I
not.
mean, yeah, I can't doubt. I mean,
Julian Sand was a great prospect coming out of college. I mean, Alabama wanted him for a reason. They tried to keep him to stay after Saban retired, but he didn't. So he may or may not win the job, but I feel like he will. Anyways, I'm saying that to say Ohio State's got a cakewalk. Other than the Texas game, who doesn't matter for the conference, they're pretty much just playing Penn State and at Michigan. So no disrespect to at Illinois. Don't want to get the Illinois fighting Illini fans on me.
you don't want that.
No. But anyways, that was a loud thunder. I don't know if you heard that, but
I think I
that's
did.
that's my cue to kind of just give my prediction, and that is going to be I do feel like Penn State wins this conference.
I like the Penn State. I mean, Ohio State, they lost a lot of guys. Obviously, they still have Jeremiah Smith, who is a dog, who's probably going to go number one in the draft next year, if I had to guess. But
he
I
could.
do like Drew Aller, and I think Drew Aller wants that ship before he heads up on out of there.
What's crazy is that Jeremiah Smith's only in his sophomore year, so you got to wait till 2027 with Ryan Williams and all those guys. So Ryan Williams and Jeremiah are still 2 years in college left. So they'll be here for a minute, and we got to appreciate it because they're both amazing.
They are
Um,
cracked.
Caleb Downs, though, I met him one time, and everybody raves about Caleb, and he's awesome. I thought one time, I don't know if y'all will remember this, but one time we were in Orlando, we were at that Bills bar, like watching preseason,
Uh-huh.
like random. We were just doing
I
something.
do recall that.
And like we were just watching random shit, and on one of the TVs was Caleb Downs at high school playing, one of his playoff games or something. And I remember being like, "Yeah, Cody, like this dude is going to be a beast." And freshman year at Bama, he was a beast. Then he transferred because Saban retired. But to say all that, Caleb Downs is getting top five projection, top three projection in the draft. So Ohio State will be fine. But schedule wise, they're good. I
Yeah.
just think Penn State has too many guys, and it's also just that time. Like Michigan, they brought back a lot of guys, they won the Natty. Ohio State brought back a lot of guys, they won the Natty. Penn State, don't think maybe they win the Natty, but they brought back a lot of guys, they can win the conference.
I think it could be a possibility.
And Cody, what are you thinking? Is that your pick for sure?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said Penn State for sure. I think.
Over Ohio State or Oregon or
Yeah, I think they clear them. They might. drop one game, but I still think they get to the conference championship, and I think whoever's in there, I think they'll beat them. Just on a neutral site kind of field, I think they get it done.
Yeah.
Like you said, do they win the Natty? That's not my pick,
Yeah. It's gonna be tough. I mean, it's a gauntlet. So
but
uh
they're definitely the most loaded team, I would say, in that conference.
yeah. It's gonna be a good battle for them in Ohio State this season. I'm ready to see that. Maybe they do beat Ohio State in the regular season.
Yeah.
Moving on though to the SEC, the final conference we're going to predict tonight. Want to try to fly through this, but I want to also take my time as well. So I'm going to give you the floor. Kind of just walk me through your thoughts of the SEC and then summarize it to your championship game.
So I
Let
mean,
this one build up.
gotta let this one simmer. No, but I really obviously love Bama, but I'll get to Bama.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean Texas, they're number one for a reason. Arch Manning and all the boys around him. Everybody thinks he's gonna win the Heisman. I mean, he is the Heisman favorite right now.
Right.
So you gotta have Texas in there. Georgia with Gunnar Stockton and I mean Kirby. Kirby's always gonna have a team that's gonna go hunt.
Yeah.
They're always gonna be up there. Then you got, I mean, LSU's a dark horse. Garrett Nussmeier in that offense could be kind of crazy, but been hearing that defense. I don't know. It really
Is it the time that they finally step up?
it really relies if you're LSU, it really relies on LSU because they'll score 40, but they'll get scored 40 on them just as quick.
Yeah. No,
So
I agree. It's going to be now or never for Brian Kelly. He's on the hot seat, I feel like.
yeah, I definitely agree. He's got to win now, and I mean, it honestly could be the year with that offense. I mean, Meyer, Nick Anderson out there, they
Yeah.
got a talented, talented, talented offense, and they could easily be up there. Uh, I mean, you know, it's hard to pick because there's so many loaded teams in this conference, and I mean, it's wide open. But if you're asking me who I'm picking, I'll say my championship is Alabama's gonna be in there. We gonna be in
We
Atlanta.
know. We
We
know
gonna
you.
be
We know you're rolling
They
with
gonna
the
be in that
tide.
thing.
they gonna be in Atlanta.
Who they playing, man? Who they playing in Atlanta?
You know what? I think it's gonna be Arch Manning and the boys.
Yeah.
I think they'll get it done, and I think we'll take that championship from her.
So you got Bama over Texas for
And
sure.
that's why Arch ain't gonna win the Heisman
He's not? Okay. All right. I mean, look, I
because
respect it.
because of that game. Now I'm not hating on Arch. I'm just the we all know you if y'all watch the show, I'm the biggest Bama Smith.
Cody does not hide his bias.
I
Yeah, I
do
don't mean to. That's how you know, man. That's how you know he's a
Hey,
true guy, true fan.
true fan
do not
right there. Won't even give you just
Won't
an
even
honest take.
budge.
Nah,
know.
but that's the thing though. Sometimes that is just generally how we look at it. Like Bama's got one of the best rosters coming in the country. The Ty Simpson thing I feel like is getting a little over, talked about. Like it's honestly gonna probably be one of the things that I feel like you look back on the season when it's all said and done. It's like, wow, like we kind of made a big deal out of the QB battle in Alabama for no reason because they have one of the best wide receiver cores, the best O line. Like there's the Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer combo. There's just too much good things around Ty.
Yeah,
Gunnar Stockton having a similar situation, right? You have a guy that's coming in. He's not done a lot, but we see that Georgia's upgraded at wide receiver. They got Noah Thomas, 6'5", burner from Texas or Texas A&M. You guys, Zachariah Branch,
Zachariah Branch, who's a
one of the
beast.
quickest wide receivers, from USC that transfers. So they upgraded wide receiver. Dylan Bell comes back. You got running backs that I feel like Georgia,
Oh,
they didn't
Purdue.
have the best run game last season. They were really, 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 really bad. But we know that's kind of a one-off. Alabama didn't have a great run game either. We think both of them get back to running the ball better. So that's probably going to be good for both those teams. Defensively, Georgia lost Michael Williams, Jalen Walker, Malachi Stark. So maybe the defense at times struggles. But Georgia and Kirby, they seem to do what they always do and play people and just
Okay.
reload. So the depth thing maybe is a concern. I don't know. Bama's defense, I feel like, is definitely going to be great. I have no doubts about that. One of the best secondaries that I think I've seen as far as like just
Oh,
straight line, just starting talent. I know like the second string guys on the DBs that got to develop and stuff, but to be honest, like there's no flaws in the secondary. Keon Sabb and Bray Hubbard got to be the best duo at safety. I know Caleb Downs is a standalone great safety, but the duo of Bray Hubbard and Keon's great. You
is insane.
got Xavier Brown, Damani Jackson coming back, great corners. Dijon Lee, 5-star, 6'4" corner, and you got Cam Calhoun transfer from Utah, who people were like, "How the hell did he transfer to Alabama? He's so good."
Yeah,
So they got five guys right there that are just nasty.
just
D
dog.
line's going to be really good this year. They're going to get better, but Texas, they got one of the best teams for sure, and there's no doubt about it. It's about how does some of this injury luck go? How do these away games for some of these teams go? Like Georgia's got the easy home stretch this year. They got it's not easy, but I'm saying compared to their schedule last year, it's the opposite. They play instead of last year where they played at Ole Miss, at Texas, and at Bama, they now have them coming to them. So that's a benefit for Georgia. I'm just saying that to say like clearly we think those are three best teams. LSU, like we mentioned, it's now or never. Um, Seth, do you have any thoughts before we I give my pick at least?
Uh, well, if I had to pick, I would probably go LSU.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I like Garrett. I think he's a little demon, and obviously it's like we were saying last show that I mean why LSU just breeds wide receivers. So if they can keep that high powered offense up,
Yeah.
I think they have a chance. But the overall favorite's got to be Texas, given their hype and the talent depth with the QB story. And I just
Right.
don't know if Arch is going to be able to hold up to all the hype. I feel like because all eyes were not on him last year with Quinn being in the mix as well. So people were trying
Yeah.
to see what he's all about. I do like Arch. I want him to succeed, but I'm a little nervous on that standpoint. Now, I feel like LSU is definitely a high ceiling sleeper, if I had to say for it, with the advantage of the quarterback coming back and obviously knowing that offense and the offensive firepower behind undervalued odds. I think they
Yeah.
have a little bit better of a chance. Obviously Georgia's in there.
No
Obviously
love
they
for
have an
Bama, man. That's all
elite
right.
roster. It's all right, man.
I know.
I
Too
can't
much
dog
Bama.
too much Bama, you know. I'm trying to keep it in between there.
Yeah.
But I feel like Georgia's definitely one of the top challengers in that
Yeah.
with the high ceiling sleeper being LSU, and that's who I'm going with LSU.
I like
Seth
it.
Seth loves the sleepers. LSU is going to be solid.
Yeah,
They do have a tough schedule. Their over under wins is only like 8.5, which is kind of
yeah.
interesting.
Doesn't I mean
But
people are a little skeptical, man.
we got to be a little skeptical. Their defense has been bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I think
is.
that's
Really
it.
They
bad.
it's
If
I mean
that's it,
it's literally like
I
the
agree with you.
Bengals.
Garrett's great, and their wide receivers are good. I mean, Aaron Anderson's good. I mean, I like what they got. It's just they got to run the ball too. They got to play defense.
Yep, I
It's a
mean but
mix of that, really.
yeah, I mean I agree. I mean if they it's like this Bengals, man, they got a high powered offense, but they have no defense. So it's literally gonna be
I like
40
I like that
games.
comparison actually. But yeah, I'm kind of like thinking LSU finishes fourth. I'm not gonna lie, like the only thing that I could see LSU doing is like just benefiting from somebody else's injuries. Like if Arch got hurt, if
That's fair.
Georgia lost a key, wide receiver or something. Like I could see them sneaking in if Bama obviously had Ty Simpson go down or whatever. I don't know. But LSU is gonna have to play better on defense for sure.
Yeah.
Texas, they do return some of the best defensive players in the country. I love what they got. I mean, Colin Simmons, they're probably the best player on their team, rated in PFF's top 50 at number 8. He had he can do everything. 14 tackles for loss and 9 sacks, All-American honors, and he was Sean Alexander's freshman of the year. That's a pretty high praise. And then also Anthony Hill Jr. at linebacker, one of the best players in the country as well. 113 tackles, 16 and a half tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 4 forced fumbles. These dudes are some dogs on the
Yeah.
defense. Um, yeah, and then Michael Taft at safety. I mean, veteran safety, PFF's fourth most valuable safety, All American nod. I mean, great defense. and then finally Malik Muhammad at corner. So really good overall secondary, good linebacker core, edge rusher. And then Arch, Arch is going to be talked about a lot, but I do think Arch
Yes.
is from what I've heard so dedicated to his practice routine and that he is a Manning and we know that, but like that means something actually because you literally have the some of the best teachers of all time coaching you up your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it that he is literally given a different gift than everybody else, but like you also are able to hone in on that when you have some of the greatest quarterbacks to ever grace this earth as your uncles. So like
Yeah, I mean, you're
it's
literally
so
given a
it's so
golden
hard to
scepter.
fail when you have literally all the resources like that. And he's a good dude and he's not like gonna slack off ever. He's pretty dedicated to this more than anybody, I think. And I think realistically it's gonna just come down to their O line. Their O line's a little, iffy. They got to patch it together, make sure it works throughout the season. It's going to struggle at times. But Arch got wheels, dog. Arch can run.
He's a little
I'm
dually.
high on Texas. Like I'm high on Texas. But realistically, Georgia's going to be good as hell. And they got the home
Yeah.
games and they got a good team. But the thing is, I was looking at this so long today. I'm saying all this to say that I think I'm still sticking with what I said a few weeks ago, and I'm going with the Cody pick. I got Bama over Texas too,
Yeah.
because Georgia, Texas, and Bama, in my opinion, could all go 11-1. All right, I could see it to where they all go 11-1. Maybe one of them is 10-2, but it could be Texas beating Georgia this year because it's like finally Texas is going to beat Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Georgia always they talk about Georgia doesn't lose at home, Georgia doesn't lose at home. I get it, but guess what? Sometimes you lose at home. Texas beat Alabama at home a few years ago. Bama never lost at home, and they never really do. But like that happens sometimes. Sometimes you get over that hump, just like we were talking about James Franklin and Penn State. Maybe it's that time. Texas could beat Georgia. Georgia could, I mean, Texas could also lose to at Florida. We've talked about that. That's a tough game at the Swamp. They don't have a cakewalk either. This is the SEC we're talking
Yeah.
about. They could lose to Oklahoma and John Mateer. I don't know. I could feel like Texas loses one game, Georgia loses one game, beats Bama. Who knows? Bama's only losses to Georgia. Whatever. There's three-way tie, and I don't know how the hell it gets figured out. But let's just say it does, and it's figured out through similar competition and whatever, and it goes to Bama and Texas, or Georgia loses two games. I don't know. Maybe they lose to Florida and Texas. Some people got that. But me personally, I kind of think Texas only loses to, I'm going to say Texas, I'm going to call it right now. Texas loses early in the season at the Swamp. I think DJ Lagway has a good game if he's healthy. It all depends on his health. He's kind of banged up. So Texas could lose a random game like that. We're to Oklahoma. I'm gonna say that's a game they lose, but I feel like they beat Georgia this year. So they go 11-1. Bama, I think realistically this year, I don't want to give Bama a loss because I do love Bama, but I gotta think a little bit. Early in
Yeah.
the season, I could see Bama losing to Georgia on the road finally. I could see it happening, and then they go use that loss to really just figure out what they got to work on, if anything, unless it was just a fluke game and they just had a couple of things didn't go their way and you just like chalk it up to that and you just move on because it's a playoff 12 team playoff. You can lose a game or two, it's okay. So that could happen and Bama can go on a tear. We know that they're capable of winning a lot of games this season. They go and win out and they beat LSU at home, they beat Tennessee at home, and then really it's just going to come down to that at South Carolina and at Auburn game. And I think Auburn is going to be tough always in Jordan Hare. Obviously, South Carolina, Lenore Sellers on the road's tough. They want to beat the hell out of us after, basically screwing that game away at Alabama last season. They could have beat Bama. They really did. They played
Yeah.
better. They played better than us, I'll admit. They got lucky that um, Lenore Sellers, or they were unlucky, I should say. That Lenore Sellers fumbled twice, which was literally the reason why they pretty much screwed that game up. They were going to beat Bama, though, I will admit. But to say all that, Bama and Texas go to Atlanta. I think Bama gets it done, and it's going to be a shootout. I feel like that. You know, it's just meant to be. Georgia is going to be really good though, so I won't. And LSU too, but I can't trust their defense. So
Yeah. See, I'm right there with you. I think I just can't trust that defense, but at the same time, I think Bama. I I think we're gonna go 11-1 and early loss to Georgia, then a barn burner, just going back and forth. That crowd's gonna be insane in the hedges. Yeah, I got, but I still got Texas going to the championship and us squeaking by them as well. It's gonna be close. I mean, it could go either way with those three teams. honestly.
I just like how I think Bama matches up a little bit better with Texas's is offense because we got the
I,
secondary. I'm not really worried about the secondary. The D line is going to be better than people think, and Texas's O line by that point should be pretty solid, but they could be still figuring it out too because that's the one question I have about them. But I think Bama up front will probably be a little bit, too much for Texas in the end. And I think Ty, as long as he doesn't throw multiple interceptions or fumble the ball multiple times, Bama can win that game. So it'll be really tough. But Bama's O line versus Texas is front seven should be a great battle. Moving on real quick, I know we're kind of running, slow on this episode, but Heisman pick, anybody want to just go ahead and throw their lock of the year with the Heisman? Because I mean, we talked about it briefly a few weeks ago, who we had in our top three, but
I
I want
think
to,
it's I think it's going to be Cade Klubnik from Clemson.
yeah,
I just like the offense too much around him. I think he's going to ball. He had a great season last year. I think he's going to continue with that, especially like I said, this team around him is one of the best teams in the nation. It's going to be hard for him not to excel in
yeah,
that offense, and I think he will. And I think there's a few key games that I think that he needs, like if he wants to win the Heisman, which I mean he's one of the Heisman favorite right now for a reason. But I think the key marquee matchups that we're gonna have to look at that to see how he performs is definitely the obviously the first game with LSU. I think the South Carolina game, and I think the Georgia Tech game. I think those
yeah,
games got to be where he stands out and has like a 4 or 5 touchdown game, multiple yards, goes crazy. I mean, he's got to have those type of games, which is easier going against these not as powerful teams that are in the ACC that we know of.
right,
But
I mean, yeah, dude, his stats last year were kind of dummy.
yeah,
yeah, no, he's
3,600 yards, 36 tutties with 7 rushes and only
yeah,
6 picks.
he's
yeah,
a dog, I'm telling you. I think he's going to have better numbers this year. I think he'll have 40 plus touchdowns altogether on the ground and throwing. I think he could have like 38 to 4,000 some yards when it's
yeah,
all, and he's got wheels. The boy's got some wheels.
Yeah, I mean, seven rushing tutties is
Yeah.
huge.
So I mean, he's gonna excel, and I would not be surprised if that team goes undefeated this year. To be honest with you, like I could easily see that happening.
yeah,
It all depends. We've been talking about this LSU game is going to show us a lot for both of those teams. So I think that's one of the biggest marquee matchups to see. Okay, how's Garrett Nussmeier gonna play against this high level defense,
yeah.
and then
Well,
how's
Is that your guy, Seth?
yeah, it is my guy. So it's
ah
gonna be a little QB battle that
gonna
that
be a little
that
QB,
week.
but it really
Mm-hmm.
depends
So
on
Heisman favorites for both of y'all week one.
yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
We're
does that
gonna
mean
see.
Seth's going with LSU on the
I'm going
road?
with Garrett. I'm
Mm,
going with that boy G Money.
G Money on the
G Money.
road. That's gonna be a great game. Yeah, I kind of think early on, Kate Klubnik was my guy. I feel like is gonna be in that Heisman mix, but I'm not gonna lie. I might have to flip my pick just because I think Cade will have a great, great, great season. But I also think that when you think about Heisman, you think about the moments that they had in the season, and it's going to be hard, I feel like, for Cade to have a lot of moments, when he plays weaker opponents. Like his best matchups are obviously LSU week one, but like Heisman moments kind of come later in the season, and that's going to be against South Carolina at the last game of the season before they go to the conference championship game. So that could be good. But he's probably going to have to absolutely play out of his mind against South Carolina and
I think
probably
he could.
Miami. And he really could. Like
I think he could.
I think he's top three lock for the Heisman. But
100%.
some's telling me, some's
What you
telling
thinking?
me
What you thinking, man?
that there's going to be somebody that's going to have a little bit more Heisman moments.
You're not gonna say the name that starts with an A, are you?
Am I?
Are you?
No, I'm not. Because I'm
Okay.
going with Jeremiah Smith.
Dude,
Oh,
that
All
was
right.
what?
my number three. That was my
Because
number
the reason
three.
why I've been thinking about it, okay? Here's the reason. I like Cade. I think Cade probably is runner up, honestly. Jeremiah Smith, though, let's think about it.
He's insane.
Cover athlete. That already gives him like everybody loves his aura,
There
right?
gives him
Everybody
some
loves
aura.
him.
I was about to say.
The momentum's going to start going to him because Clemson's like they're expected to do what they're supposed to do, right? Ohio State, yeah, they won the championship last year, but there's some question marks about them, right?
There
The
is,
reason
dude.
why I think he wins it is because they don't have a legit elite quarterback right now. So like they could
So
have
if
one
he
in a
can
few
still
years
do
with
those
Julian
things.
Sand, but like if he puts up, let's say 1,700 yards, maybe they use him
Oh,
to run jet sweeps and whatever, they can move him and do a bunch of shit. Nobody can cover this dude, right? He's
No.
gonna play Penn State and probably play Penn State twice, possibly play Oregon in the championship, whatever it is, Michigan at the end of the season. I think between the first game against Texas, I know, like I said, with the LSU Clemson thing, it's going to be hard to kind of like put that into the Heisman conversation because that's the week one game. So he's going to have to go nuclear against Texas, which will be hard. But later in the season, I think he balls out against Penn State. I think he balls out against Michigan. And then I think he balls out in the conference championship game. But like they come up short to Penn State in the conference championship. But he's going to be like the reason why they're in every game this year and they're going to throw him the ball probably 15 times a game. Let's be real.
I
Like,
would not doubt it.
how do you not? So with that volume, I just feel like there's a little bit of the just like the everybody's looking at him and Ryan on the cover, and they're looking for one of them to win the Heisman because it's like it's meant to be. They're on the cover this year, and also, I mean, we know everybody loves Jeremiah, man. Like they love him. So I think he's got that swag, and I think overall he's so good, dude. Like he's just a better player than
I
anybody
mean, yeah,
else.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, when you don't have that elite quarterback in your arsenal as an absolute elite wide receiver, I feel like they have no choice at that point but to just throw up the rock to
Right.
you and
So
just hope that you
if
can
you're
make
just throwing
something
it up like
crazy.
F it, Jeremiah's down there
He's
somewhere and he's
somewhere
just going crazy
and he's
200
going
yard
dummy.
games,
Yeah.
like he's
See, it's
gonna
gonna be kind
get
of hard to counteract that.
that's what I'm saying. I think he's gonna get so much love just because, like Cade, this is the thing with Cade, right? You're so good, but also guess who else is good? Every fucking body else on your team. Like Ohio State's really good. I understand that, but we just talked about how many people they lost, and then we talked about how many people Clemson brought back. So like they have one of the best teams on paper, no doubt. They have one of the best wide receiver corps. So people are gonna try to knock him down and be like, he's got the best wide receivers, he's got the best defensive line, like he's got great
Of course, he's
corners.
gonna eat.
They're playing nobody. Like they're gonna say that, and then he's gonna come runner up, and they're gonna give it to Jeremiah Smith, dude, because he's just gonna
No
be on a
Garrett.
tear. Garrett will be top five. I don't think he goes
Mm,
top three. I think they lose too many
mm.
games. That's the thing.
Nah, Garrett
I just
going.
think they
He's
lose
going to
like
clutch it
three
up, man.
games, and it's gonna be like he's gonna have to go like Jaden Daniels that year he won the Heisman.
I mean, hey, he's in good
He doesn't
company.
run like Jaden,
He's
so
in good. No, he doesn't, but he throws for 4,000 yards and
yeah,
almost
I
30
know.
tutties. But
He's top five.
he's gonna have to throw more tutties. Like I like the yards, but he's gonna have to throw more tutties
Dude, guess
if
who's
he
number
wants if he wants it.
Guess who's number five in this Heisman odds right now?
Who is it?
Anybody want to take a guess?
I mean, Arch is definitely number one,
He's
so I
number
can't
one.
say him.
Arch is number one.
And then
Garrett's
it's
number
Garrett's
two.
two.
Cade is
Cade
three.
is three.
Jeremiah's four. Who is five?
The Drew
Mm,
Aller.
Nope. It's a quarterback.
is it Carson Beck?
No. Think about
Ugh.
the best teams, right? We've talked about.
The Ty Simpson.
Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
Number five.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
changing my pick.
No, you can't. No. Don't do that. You'll curse us.
No, I'm not.
All right.
Cade's
Cade's
winning.
a good pick. I really wanted to pick Cade, but like you picked him, I kind of was like,
Dude,
I'm gonna pick Jeremiah. All right,
and I
I'll pick
like how
Jeremiah.
when none of us picked Arch. I just don't feel like we've seen
You know
enough,
why? Because
man.
Art's gonna do it next season.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see him
He's
doing it
gonna
next
stay
season,
for
but
his
just
senior
like
year.
off the rip, like you're
No,
just now getting the starting position. Like you're really, he's obviously the favorite, but like you're really gonna have to show out, dude. Like you have the
he's
name,
gonna play a tough SEC schedule.
but
Yeah.
you've got to play the SEC, and it's your first time starting every game.
It's
I
gonna be
don't think he's
tough.
going to win it this year, but
He'll win it
he's
next year
going
probably.
to win it next year. I mean, he's going to win one. I mean, he's going to be that good. He's
Well,
Well,
already
for sure.
if you're Arch, do you not leave unless you win it? Like, you try to go for it next
The
year, the
only
year after,
way,
but unless you have a breakout year this year and he goes crazy and he's like, "Oh, you're the number one QB on the board," like blah 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 blah. His agent's telling him, or do you say, "Nah, let me lock in and let me
I
have
think he's
one
gonna.
more year"?
they said his grandpa Archie said that he's gonna stay, but they want to.
Grandpa.
Yeah, his grandpa's a legacy. I mean, he's
That
a NFL.
that's true.
He
Yeah.
played for the Saints, so
Yeah.
this is my point, right? But this is the thing, okay? Guess what's gonna happen? All right,
Okay, hit me with it.
they're gonna say all year, this is I'm playing if he somehow goes pro instead of staying for his senior year.
Hmm.
This is how it would play out. They would say what they're gonna say, and it's gonna be, no, Arch is gonna come back next year. That's not what we're gonna want for him to do. He's not gonna go pro. We're gonna give him time. He's gonna finish out his years at Texas. They've said all that. They're saying what's good, but then they're gonna get hit with a situation that they might not be able to pass up. All right. And that's going to be,
Okay.
who's the worst team in the NFL?
Oh man.
The either the Tennessee Titans or the Falcons.
Shut up. All right. The worst team that I've been seeing, people talk about who could possibly go 2-15, 1-16,
Yeah.
none other than the New Orleans
New
Saints.
Orleans Saints.
Mm,
Okay. Archie
wait,
went
that
to
would
the
be an
Saints.
insane
Okay.
fucking.
Arch and Archie could both be Saints quarterbacks.
See, dude, if the Saints have the first pick,
So if the Saints get the first pick and they
Archie's gonna
say,
say,
Archie,
hmm,
that's your grandson. We really would love him on our team. We might not be here next year to get this guy. So,
Oh, I gotta say, hey, he had a tough time down in New Orleans when he was a Saint.
for sure. But that don't matter about Arch Manning.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
he,
I think he's. I don't think he's gonna.
you don't think he wants to put that juju on old Arch?
I think he wants all 4 years at Texas, just like I think he wants to follow with Peyton and Eli. I think he wants to go all 4 years wherever he's at in college, and obviously that's Texas.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna stay all 4 years, and whoever that number one team is getting the draft pick when he's going into the draft is. But we could have a situation like Eli back in
where he
2004.
he
Or
tells him
he
no.
just demands to get out of there.
Yeah,
He said, "I am not playing for the Saints.
no, he said I ain't playing
Get
for the
me out."
Chargers.
I ain't
That's
playing.
No, I know. I'm saying
but
like
he
if it was
said, yeah,
Arch,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
he
got you.
said,
Yeah, no,
"No, no, Grandpappy, I'm not playing for those Saints.
I'm not playing.
Pap Pap.
I don't want it."
No, I could see it where he just stays and does the whole 4 years. But I'm just saying, if he were like the situation would have to be something like that. Like he would
It
have to
would, yeah.
win a lot of games. He'd probably go far in the playoffs, and then they say, Saints number one, you're really good. We kind of want you to come out, and then that's how it happens. But could totally just see him just rocking and rolling and just coming out the year later, and Saints could still be ass. Maybe it's even more meant to be because Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler duel it out for who's worse this season, and then they're like, "We'll give you one more shot next year." Like, let's say this year they start Tyler Shuck and it's just horrible, and then they're like,
Awful, man.
next year they're like, "Let's get a bridge quarterback or somebody, or let's just whatever run it back with what we got, and then we'll just tank and then get Arch." They'll probably do something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Damn, I
probably
know
going to
he's
be in their
gonna be
cards
lit.
for sure to try to get Arch.
It's the number one card when they open up their book of cards is get Arch Manning.
Get
Arch
Archie.
Manning at all cost.
Get a little
No.
Arch.
Yeah. So NFL, real quick, let's just run through some would you rather's. We did the wide receivers.
Okay.
Just spit
Uh-oh.
them off and give me one reason why, and then we can just keep going. Who would you rather have in the NFL running back edition? Bijan Robinson or Jameer Gibbs? Anybody can start this one. It's a tough one. We know they both are some dogs out there.
You know what?
Go ahead and say it.
Give me Jameer Gibbs.
And I'm not going to be mad at that.
Nope.
I'm not.
I love the speed he brings. Obviously, his pass catching ability. I'm not knocking. Bijan could be the number one back in the league for years to come.
Right.
But I'm just a fan of Jameer. It's kind of a bias. I love Jameer Gibbs. His pass catching ability, the ability to run with the ball out in the open. You can't catch him. Once
No.
he hits that first hole, he's gone. And if you don't got hands on him, he's taking it 70 yards.
Yeah.
So I just love Jahmyr Gibbs personally. Obviously, in that Detroit offense, he is insane. We know Montgomery's there, but I don't think that's going to take much away from him. He's elite. He is an elite level employee.
You have been
You have been
promoted.
Yep,
promoted.
and promoted to
Dude,
star.
Who would you
I
pick,
gotta
Si?
I gotta give me Bijan Mustard Robinson.
Oh yeah,
I don't get me wrong, I love Gibby.
I do
But
too.
Bijan, dude, with the like that is the definition of a running back. Like if
Yeah.
you're to get a running back, it is the most complete version of a running back we have seen since Saquon Barkley with the vision, the hands, the moves, the agility
No,
off the
he's
ball. He is an absolute demon out there, man. Like if I'm to get a running back on my football team, I'm taking Bijan Robinson. I mean, I like Gibbs. It's just I feel like Bijan's just got that more complete package, and he's gonna walk around going through doors sideways like Cody.
yeah.
Like I just think
Dude,
that he gonna be. Excuse me. I'm trying to get through the tunnel in here. I can't with everybody in here. I need my own space.
but everybody back up.
Everybody back up because BB's coming through.
I can't even hate on either pick right there because I love both. And
That's yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna say I'll go Bijan because I'm a Falcons fan. That's all
There
I
you go.
got.
Hey, all right. Hey, that's
But
it.
hey, I'm a Bama fan. Love Gibbs. It's literally 1A, 1B. If you want speed, go. I think home
Go.
run ability, it's for sure Gibbs.
Yep.
Bijan, a little more physical at times. I don't know if that's going to matter about who gets injured first or not. I don't want anybody to get injured, but I'm saying
No,
durability wise, maybe it's Bijan. I don't know.
I mean it's a toss up, like you
Bijan
said.
hasn't had, I would say this as a Falcons fan that watches every snap. Bijan hasn't had home run ability yet. I think that's what he went to CMC for, to train and to see if, he could develop that because he was really close a lot of times, but he never had 50-yard runs, stuff like that. So
Yeah,
Gibbs
It's
does that.
coming.
Gibbs does that all the time. He's got like the most, I feel like 20-yard plus runs in the league. So
See, Gibbs does that, but I feel like the only reason he's doing that, obviously it's Jahmyr Gibbs, but at the same time, like you don't know with that dual backfield who's getting that rock. So when Jahmyr's out there, like they don't know that they're going to run it like right up the left side of the field.
you
They
also
think
got to
that
respect Amon-Ra and J-Mo.
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. They got to watch out for
Go
them.
Florida.
I mean, Goff has been tossing that rock, man.
And
Like
then all of a sudden you hit Jahmyr Gibbs, on the edge, and it's just
on the
like,
edge, a
oh,
little halfback toss, and then everybody's
sorry.
everybody's already running down the field trying to catch the wide receivers, thinking they're going to juke them. Nope, Jahmyr Gibbs already 25 yards down the field. He gonna keep on going.
Yep. Ain't
Yeah,
touch.
Ain't touching him. That boy.
dipping. Next one though, this one's gonna be a little interesting just because of how the situation is for one of these players right now.
I already
That
got
would be,
mine.
who would you rather have, Josh Jacobs or Christian McCaffrey? We already know where you're going with this, bud.
Give me Josh Jacobs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you what.
Oh,
Oh,
actually,
He's a tank.
the
it just paused for
freeze.
like a second, and then you were frozen, really funny, and then you just said he's a tank. No, I want to hear your actual analysis.
Well, CMC, love him. Love him. He's like a mythical creature. And he's healthy.
He's not wrong, dude.
I love CMC though.
When he is healthy,
Dude, that dude's the best running back in the league when he's healthy.
Mhm.
the boy is eating. But what happens? Oh, my back.
Yeah.
My leg.
I'm just scared of the injuries, man. I love CMC. I want to try to draft him every time I get fantasy, but it's like in the back of your head, it's like, hey, he could stub his toe tonight.
He's right down there in like the second, third round, and he's saying, "Give me one more chance."
Give me one more chance.
I'm just worried. I'm worried about seeing, and Josh Jacobs is just, he's been the number one running back before in fantasy, and I mean, just on that offense, in the offensive line, which is a low key run heavy offense. I mean, he's elite. I think he's a top 5, top 10 running back, just like CMC is. Arguably, you got CMC more of the pass catcher than Josh Jacobs, but Josh is easily more of the power back. So it's kind of like whatever. What would you want on your team? If you want a pass catcher who's elusive, you can go with CMC. You just got to kind of worry about injuries. But I mean, injuries you got to worry about with anybody. I'm not knocking CMC because he is a literal goat.
Yeah.
But I got to go with Josh Jacobs just because he's had less injuries. He's had what 1800 yard season before when he was back up with the Raiders, right?
1653 to be exact. I just looked at it.
But I mean, give me that multiple 1,000 yard seasons. I mean, he's going to keep producing at a high level, I believe, for years to come.
Hmm.
Uh, Give me Josh Jacobs, but I love CMC, man. If CMC hasn't had all these injuries, there's no doubt 10 out of 10 times I'm taking CMC.
I mean, that kind of throws in the point I have with the Josh Jacobs, just the consistency and the toughness of Josh, just
Mhm.
being able to just power, throw the
Yeah.
arms down, put the head down, and literally go for those 5 extra yards every time.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, grinding out those tough yards is something you don't see a lot with some running backs, and so seeing that is always good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh
Also,
man.
like if I was to a three down reliable workhorse is that guy. Hmm, he can handle a heavy load. I'm just saying
Yeah.
he's that he's that gentleman, man. He's the model of durability. Like he'll get hurt, man, but I don't think he's ever been
He's been banged up, I
he's
will
been
say.
banged up, but I don't think he's ever missed a complete season. Like
No,
You look up,
not
he's
like a
getting banged up.
majority.
you look up durability in the dictionary. It's just him. Just
That's just him.
People will
Durability and
flame you. People will
consistency.
flame you for that because early on in his Raiders career, he was banged up. I
he
will.
was banged up. No, he did get
People would get mad about how he would be banged up too much, but
yeah.
I think he's bounced back really well, and I
That's
think
like
Josh is great.
CMC and him have both had injuries. Obviously, CMC's been more significant on
Hmm.
the that side.
Overall CMC, but for year nine CMC, I can't. I'm gonna
Nope,
go
I can't do it.
Josh.
Yep.
Yeah,
If you want a third down, reliable workload back, give me Josh Jacobs. But if you want a game-changing, versatile,
elusive.
receiving dominance, just
Yeah,
elusive
this is just
back,
for
like
right now. So
give
it's like,
me Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
how do you really rely on Christian right now?
No,
You know,
it's
it's tough.
he will be better this season. Obviously, last
yeah.
season he didn't do anything. He'll be better, but Josh will be really good. So, but Josh is also 27, so it's not much. I feel like 3 or 4 more years, and that's about it. I hate to
Yeah,
say it. It's hard for running backs to stay, good for so long. Derek's the exception,
I was
obviously,
gonna say if unless you turn into Derrick Henry and then you can
but
just do
we're
whatever
all
you
not
want.
6'2", 240, so hate
Yep,
that.
that's just
Unbelievable.
unreal.
Jonathan, well, let me set this up better. Would you rather have Jonathan Taylor or Joe Mixon?
Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
I mean, it kind of throws back into like, do you want a fucking
Workhorse.
somebody who's just gonna pound through the line and get you that first down on fucking third and four, or do you
Yeah.
want somebody who's gonna spin move, maybe try and juke somebody out on a third and four and really
Yeah.
get in there?
Joe Mixon last season, I know he missed some games, but he still had 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. He's had really sneakily a great career. He's had 5,000 yard seasons.
Yep.
A little bit older, obviously, he's going into I think his eighth year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, ninth. Just like CMC. That's crazy, dude. We're old.
Damn.
Joe Mixon and Jonathan Taylor both are good running backs. I think they're in that same kind of tier. I will go Jonathan Taylor as well. I think Jonathan Taylor at his peak is better. So just overall
I believe.
strength, he's got home run ability as well. Joe Mixon, obviously a little bit older, injuries a little concerning. I would rather go Jonathan Taylor for right now.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
what kind of turns you to JT a little bit more. Obviously, he's more of the power back out of the two, but the injuries is what's kind of like, yeah.
And we've seen JT get injured
And
too,
get
and he's had
yeah,
2 years of banged
saying that
up. Yeah.
it's
But he's had an 1,800 yard season. Last year, guess how many yards he had? People just didn't say a peep. 1,431 and 11
and
touchdowns.
and he missed
Yeah.
games.
And he also had almost 5 yards per carry. So, like, dude, that's not hard. I mean, that's not easy to do. That's hard. Like, you can't just go a whole season averaging 4.7 like it's just nothing. You got to put in that work, and he does. And
He does, dude.
He'll be really good again this season. I think you're also looking at like they got dual threat quarterbacks that take away from his production, but he still puts up numbers. And I think
Put up
if
them
he
numbers.
stays healthy, I would rather go with him. He is a couple years younger. This is his sixth season. I say only, but this is his sixth season compared to Joe Mixon's ninth.
Yeah.
Final one
Dude,
here. Who would you rather have? Kind of younger running backs, Bucky
mm,
Irving or Devon A. Chain?
This is where I got stuck.
It's true. Hey, it's tough in fantasy too, you know.
This is where
But
this
this
is
is just real life running back situation. Who would you rather have on your team?
uh,
I gotta go with. Oh man,
I feel like this really shows like if you know ball or not.
I'm going Bucky, dude.
Okay.
I'm going Bucky. He's got the good instincts. He's got balance behind the that Buccaneers O line. He's getting more reps and trust in that offense, man. I think. Mm,
It's hard though. It's
it's
hard.
hard, dude. I mean, Devon Achane can just literally run at the speed of light and just
Yeah.
get to the end zone. But I mean, a third, like it's his third down back potential and just a more all around running back, dude. I gotta go with Bucky. Like, give me
Steve,
Bucky 100%. He's just a more elusive. He's got that good cat pass catching. He can
They both
put
are
put
great
the
at catching the ball, I will say, but mm,
he can just put that head down, man, and get in the get. I mean, so can A Chain, but like Bucky's just a little bit more
more
rough around the edges. I think, or
they're
not in a bad way.
here's the thing. They're both kind of small. Like 5'10", 195 for Bucky is not big, you
It's
no,
know?
not, dude.
But A-Chain ain't much bigger. He about the
But
same.
I feel like it just seems like Bucky's bigger.
It's because he does run with a little bit more like grit or like just
Yes,
toughness. Like
yes, dude. Yeah,
5'9", 191 for A-Chain. So they're similar, you know, very,
yeah.
very. That's why I try to keep it like really, really close here. But is it A-Chain because he's fast? You know, on paper, it was for a lot of people probably an easy pick last year because it's like Bucky's just a backup. He's just coming in. Like he's gonna be
Yeah,
fine, but like we didn't see the
he's
season that he had.
he's real. He really took over towards the end of the season,
He
dude.
really did. And he has some of the most all-purpose yards. So I feel like we got to respect Bucky, and it's hard to not go Bucky right now because overall, I mean, I think the durability of A-Chain's gonna be a concern. Even though Bucky's been a
Is
little banged up too, even though it's early, we can still see signs of both of them struggling with health for the rest of their career. But if you just give me straight up what they can do, I mean, you can't go wrong, but I'll go Bucky Irving.
yeah, I like it. If you threw a that Madden mode where you have to pick your running back right there, and I was had to have a running back on my team, I'm taking Bucky Irving.
Yeah,
I'm taking Bucky.
taking Berkey. Berkey.
right?
I'm
So
taking Berkey.
I'll go A Chain.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go Devon A Chain.
Cody, I feel like that's a good fit for Cody, man.
He likes
Let
that
me.
He's
speed,
kind of got
man. He got
Cody's
Gibbs.
build. He's got the speed. It's literally just Cody back there in that Miami backfield.
Yep. Just dipping.
Except Devon Achane ain't walking through doors sideways.
Nah.
That's what I'm telling you. No, but Devon A Chain. I mean, he's like Seth said, running at the speed of light. He just like Gibbs. If he hits that hole, just right, boom.
Boom. That boy is gone.
That
Yeah.
boy is going 80 yards, touchdown. He's holding up the peace signs like his teammate. So
Yep.
I mean,
Just like him.
just like him. So, but no, not that I love Bucky. Had Bucky last year in fantasy, got him again this year in fantasy.
Mm.
So, uh,
There's obviously something there.
I love Bucky Irvin. I love the speed of H and his catching ability. But I would agree with y'all. Bucky is more the three down back roll. While I don't know if Achan could carry that type of workload. He might be able to, but we both with both backs we've seen injuries. But I'll go Achan just because of the speed and the catching ability. I think he might have a slight more upside on the catching ability than Bucky. Uh, while Bucky's more the bruiser, the more grittier,
Yeah.
can get in there between the line and get a couple yards if need be. Which not saying Achan could. I just feel like Bucky could get those extra yards more than Achan could, just because
Like
as
it.
the grittier running back of the two. But I'll go Achan. I love the speed and the catching ability and just that he hits the right hole just right. I mean, he's gone. See ya.
Yeah, can't go wrong with either. Like I said, these are always hard to do. So, I mean, really, really good show. I feel like I want to save the NFL war predictions for next one just because
Yeah.
we
I
can
bet.
kind of talk about that
Yeah.
more in depth. But yeah, that was a good time. I feel like we got a lot of college football stuff into where we didn't last week. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, got to
Let's
keep it
cut out
rolling.
let's cut out that first part about Utah.
All right,
Shall we?
man. Nobody's gonna watch that. They ain't gonna
I
know.
know. That's all
Hey,
right.
They
Yeah.
won't. I'm
Hopefully,
telling you.
watch. This is gonna be
Somebody's gonna
the
be like,
one
"How
person who's
in
gonna
the
be like,
hell?"
I turned off this damn show
As soon as I heard Cam
as
Rising.
soon as
did,
I heard Cam Rising.
did y'all see me get roasted in the comments on the last episode?
Dude, it's okay, but the thing is this, what I've learned when you post
But
something, I mean, there's so many fans that they're gonna be mad about something.
I
Like,
Something,
think
dude. No,
who could
everybody. Yep,
look, I
I
get
know,
it.
man.
It's hard to do what you gotta do. Sometimes you're
hey,
gonna get a million comments saying
I
you're
love it.
you're casual, you don't watch ball, and
Who gave these
who
guys
get
podcast
podcast
equipment
equipment
should
should be
cost
more
more?
expensive. That's the normal. That's literally. I see that. I'm just like, yep.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
it's expected. I
I
see
mean,
it.
yeah,
The thing
dude.
is, today
Everybody.
I've seen two different podcasts that are like pretty well known, and multiple videos in the comment section are the same thing. It's just podcast equipment should be more expensive, and they're like big podcast people, and I'm like, this is like a valid take to some people, but to you,
Yeah,
it's not, and it's fine. So you're not going to please everybody. Everybody. The thing is this, right? Everybody
Everybody,
thinks they know ball. Everybody,
everybody.
everybody thinks they know ball. Everybody's got an opinion, and
Everybody. I was gonna say
we're not going
everybody's
to
got an
deny it.
opinion, man.
nope.
No, I mean, hey, I'll respect their
We
opinion.
just try to
Oh,
give you, we just try to give everybody our feelings
Our
and
takes, man.
our takes, just like everybody else does. There's a million people doing it. Guess what? You in the comments, you're doing it, but you're just not on a mic. It's
You're
you
just not
could,
on
and
my.
they want to say make more expensive, brother. You know how many podcasts are just this? You could just do that,
You
and
could
you
just.
just
That's it.
just don't even need anything else. So I mean,
No,
there's this is just I'm just having fun with it. But like,
it just
yeah,
happens, man.
it's just one of those things. Everybody thinks they know what they know. So, um, good episode though. I feel like yeah, we're gonna have to just start really locking in here because it's now or never for this football season. We'll
yeah.
probably do what we talked about in the beginning before we started this and try to go live more, try to talk about things before or after games.
I
And
would.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, I would.
I'll
be
pull up some of the notes from when we first started on our NFL prediction season, and I had the notepad down.
we should try to look at last year's predictions
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have them.
next episode.
I
Yeah.
have them.
And we need to see how can we pull up anything right now? Just one quick thing. Can
One
you pull
second.
up one thing? Since we're not doing that last segment, I feel like we can have one little moment here
Yep.
to
Let me get
reflect.
the.
I gotta see it.
I want to know how terrible we were at our props because we did so many of those.
Oh, dude.
Like there's a lot of props that got cooked because people got injured, but man, I don't know about like our season like champion picks of like divisions and stuff like that. I would be
Who
interested to know. Are they
you-
horrible? Are they bad?
I think I fucked up
Oh no.
because when I got a new PC, I had to
Oh, is
switch
it
my
actually
shit.
cooked?
Maybe I think it might actually be cooked.
Uh-uh.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Let me
Was there like a? Oh, never mind.
WordPad. Here we go. Maybe this is it. Oh, yep, here we go.
Wow, just
That's
got it.
good.
611 over under QBs.
Oh God.
Um, last year, we had Patrick Mahomes over 4,350 and a half yards.
You want me to look
All of
that up?
us. Yeah,
Okay, I can
because
already
I
tell
don't
they
think that
were.
hit.
No, I can
Because
already tell they were cooked.
they were not that good. There was a lot of close games.
Wait, what was it? What was it?
4,350.5.
Nah, he had 3,928.
Yeah, we had over. We were slamming that.
We were having
We
that
were like, dude.
Um,
because
Oh,
he usually hits. That's his first
he
year that
did,
he's had
yeah.
3,000 yards.
Yep.
yeah.
Another one we were slamming was CJ Stroud, 4,100 yards.
We know that did not hit.
That did not hit.
Good Lord, what were we on right there?
And then you know what else we had?
What?
Or I had?
What'd you have? Oh,
Was
Justin.
Dak.
Dak.
41,
Oh, well, he got hurt. It's okay.
4,150 yards. Didn't. You know what else? Tua, 4,100 yards.
He
All
got hurt.
slamming over.
Yeah, we should have known better.
Jared Goff, though. I think we might have hit that one.
Which one?
4,000.
We had him over.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff 4,629.
Yep. We
Yeah.
slammed that. We were winning
Yeah.
cash money. Joe Burrow, he had 4,000. What do
Mm,
you
you know,
have?
He,
well, you know what he had.
Yeah, he was slinging.
Let's see,
I would have
Joe.
lost because I bet under.
Did you? Because you hate
Yeah,
him. Four
I do.
thousand 918.
Oh shit.
That was the easiest pick ever. What are
You
some
know what
other? What are?
else?
Can we find like conference stuff or division
Yeah.
winners or
Kurt, last
anything?
one I'll say, Kirk Cousins, 4,000 yards. Hayden's the only one that bet over.
I remember that where I was like, I don't want to do it, but I feel like I had to do it.
Oh shit.
Kirktober though, that was fun. I know
Let's
there's got to be
see.
something in here that's juicy.
I hope I can find something. It's a lot of oh my God. I found oh wait no, this was mine.
Let's see it. What is it?
It was the who was winning the SEC, Big Ten, Big 12, and ACC.
What is
oh,
it? What is it? What is it?
My SEC was Ole Miss.
That's not that bad. They were pretty good.
It's not. I had the Big Ten though, Ohio State. They
Okay.
dubbed. And
Okay.
then I had Utah with Cam Rising, who I
We all
thought was
screwed
still on
that
there.
one. They screwed that one up for
And
us.
then the ACC was Florida State.
No, that is horrible.
That's tough luck.
Okay, well that's all right. It was a big. Everybody was picking them, so but I
Why
did.
did
I
I
hated
pick
them.
NFL MVP CJ Stroud? And my
Dude,
dark horse was Tyreek.
I mean, this is going on the. We're
Oh
flipping
no,
this.
dude. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Caleb Williams.
No, really? But I thought you
Yep,
started saying Jaden like
I
after that.
did, dude. I might have, but oh man.
Is there any of ours?
Nah, it was mine,
What?
dude.
You know
I
anything?
know I fucked up. I
What
fucked
else?
up,
What else
man.
is there, man? There gotta be something.
I was when I was writing stuff down for the
Wait, let me see if
over-unders
I
and
can
stuff.
find some on my phone. I bet I have
You
something.
definitely should have some on your notes or something.
Yeah, I mean there might be something.
I don't think I have any.
Oh
Cody,
wait.
you don't got
Oh wait,
nothing?
no, that says Cody Williams.
Oh wait,
Let's see.
you want me to revisit some of mine?
Mm-hmm.
I found some. Here we
Uh-uh.
go. These were my predictions going into the season for both college and NFL awards. For the college, my Heisman winner was Jalen Milrow.
Yep. I
I
was there
had
with
Dylan
this.
Gabriel at number 2 and Cam Ward at 3. I was very good about
We
that.
just
But
didn't even think about Travis. I mean, we didn't know Travis Hunter was gonna be like that.
well, I knew he was going to be great. I just didn't know if he was going to win the damn Heisman. Dark horse, I had Luther Burden. That was off as fuck. NFL awards, you know what I had? A straight ass. All right. This shows you how hard it is. You're gonna geek at some of these. Some of these are like, this is on paper great.
I just can't believe I picked CJ Stroud.
Look, you're gonna hear mine and be like, wow, like those are really good picks, but they're not when you look back at it. MVP, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
Offensive player of the year, Bijan Robinson. I mean, Saquon went nuclear, so it's hard to.
yeah.
You're gonna love this. Defensive player of the year, TJ Watt.
What?
Didn't
You,
happen.
you already know that
Pat
was mine.
Surtain won it. Offensive rookie of the year, Marvin Harrison Jr. You're gonna get weak at this last one. Defensive rookie of the year, Terrion Arnold, the corner from Bama that went to the Lions.
Yep.
Um,
My mid-season awards right here.
what'd you get, man? What you got?
All right, I'll run the line. MVP Lamar Jackson.
Okay,
Lamar? That's actually so valid.
That actually should have been
He
it.
probably
I'm
should have
not gonna
won it.
lie. He
Yeah.
should have won it.
Offensive Player of the Year Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Also very good.
Defensive Player of the Year TJ Watt.
What? Mm-hmm.
Offensive Rookie of the Year Jaden Daniels.
Wow.
Wait.
Cody actually knows ball.
Cody knows ball.
The 3-time Tonkin. That was
Of course he does.
Defensive Rookie of the Year was Edrin Cooper.
I mean, that was your mid. Oh wait, these were your mid-season picks. I remember this.
Yeah. And
Okay,
then
yeah.
the Super Bowl matchup I had was Detroit and Kansas City.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, not horrible.
No, I like it.
I'm just trying to see if
Cody's a ball knower, man.
before we end this, is there anything else that we
Wait.
pull up? What?
Bro, why was I so high on CJ Stroud
I
last
don't
year,
know.
dude?
Well, think about what he did his first year. He was rookie of the year, had one of the best seasons ever for a rookie, and then went and won a playoff game.
That's fair.
I got my playoff first round preview and predictions right here.
Okay.
That's wild.
Wait, can I give I found my midseason awards.
Yeah, you gotta say him.
Real quick, Lamar MVP, Derek Offensive Player of the Year, Brian Branch Defensive Player of the Year, Jaden Daniels Rookie of the Year, and then Defensive Player of the Year was Leatu Latu. Hell no.
Hell no.
Go ahead.
What was your Super Bowl matchup, or do you have that down?
Mine
Don't
probably was the fucking Houston Texans
at this
versus
point.
the damn
I
Lions.
don't remember if I had that one. What do you have, Cody? What else you got?
Uh,
Holy moly. I just found I think I found my rankings for the SEC.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wait, no, that was not it. That was like,
Oh, I found my over unders on all the
oh,
backs from
that's what I want to hear.
over under on all my running backs.
That's what I'm looking for right there.
So Josh Jacobs, he was at 950.5. I hit over.
Easy. Easy.
Jonathan Taylor, 1025.5
You hit
over.
it. Easy.
Mm,
Bijan Robinson, 925.5 over.
Easy.
Gibbs, 825.5.
Easy. Cody's
damn,
smashing these overs.
dude, Cody,
Yeah.
you should be putting these bets
You should
in.
block that in.
I had DeAndre Swift, 800.5 under.
Oh, let's look at that. That
Oh,
could be
wait.
really spicy.
That could be a close
What
one,
was
I'm
it
not
again?
gonna lie.
Wait.
800.5 under.
Yeah, he went 959
God.
Oh, would have lost the whole lay off that right there.
off of DeAndre Swift.
Off of DeAndre Swift's bitch
What else do you
ass.
have, man?
Saquon over 1,000.5
A
easily.
1,000.5 was his line?
Yeah,
You're kidding me.
I got.
Oh, he
Oh
slammed
my
that, dude.
gosh.
By almost like that. Wait, yeah,
Yeah, almost 1,000.
that's insane.
Oh my god.
9.5 over.
Who?
Derrick Henry.
Wait, what was it?
900?
That's what I got.
900.
How did we not get rich last season?
CMC was at 1,150.5.
Okay, Cody. I don't know if you saw my text the other day, but on Sleeper, it's one of the only apps I feel like you can do season-long picks anymore because Prize
Yeah.
Picks and Underdog didn't have it for me. Sleeper, I locked in 6 picks the other day. I'm like, you should do that too if you can, if it's available for you. Because I mean, you got ball knowledge. You might as well try to make some go up.
No, I gotta
Hey,
get that. Where's it? It's on
It's
Sleeper.
on Sleeper, dude. They
yeah,
have
I'm
picks and
getting on
stuff.
that.
But I'm about to go do that when we get off of here.
And then let me know what you cook.
You know I'm gonna cook a devious parlay.
You want you want I
Better.
found more predictions and then we can end it after this.
Bet.
I had college football predictions.
Uh,
This was in May 29 of last season before the year started. You're gonna geek at my second team in the country. I
Oh,
had number 1 Bama.
Oh,
Number 2 Utah. Number 3 I had Oregon, 4 Clemson, 5 Texas, Ohio State 6. Damn. Yeah, I was bad.
I just found all my over unders on my QBs.
Okay. Let's go through that real quick. It's
Joe
gonna be hard.
Joe Burrow 3,975.5 over.
Easy.
Justin Herbert 3,599.5 over.
Wait, how much?
3,599.5.
Yeah, he had 3870.
Yeah, over. Kyler Murray 3,425.5. I had under.
Kyler Murray.
Three,
Let's
four,
see.
three.
No, he had 3851.
Yeah, I would have. Oh,
Oof.
Lamar.
What?
He had 3,349.5. I said under.
Dude, he had his best year. He had
yeah.
4,172.
Oh yeah, these are cooked.
Quarterback's hard.
Yeah,
Quarterback is hard. Running back, you were cooking though.
running
Quarterback
back.
just gotta hope they don't get hurt.
Yeah, that's it.
Really it.
Wow.
W.
Nice
Yeah.
stroll down memory lane.
Yep. Nice to know that we kind of maybe probably not no ball.
Sounds like your boy.
I'll give you my last prediction that I found. It was the 2024 NFL playoffs. This was in July 2nd of last season. So well before the season started. I
Yeah.
had the Chiefs number 1 in the AFC. That was valid. Number 2, Texans. Number 3, Ravens. Number 4, Dolphins.
Yep, dude.
Number 5, Bengals. This is
God.
horrible. This is so bad. I'm really showing my ball knowledge. Number 6, Browns.
Oh my God, this dude.
Number 7, Colts.
Oh,
Dude,
Okay,
somebody.
NFC. Number one, 49ers.
Eh,
They got so hurt though. I can't even be mad. Number two, Eagles. Okay.
yeah.
Number three, Lions. Okay.
Mhm.
Number four, Falcons. Nope.
Nope.
Packers, yes. Rams, yes. Bears, no.
Nope.
The AFC, I was so off. But besides Chiefs,
that was
Texans,
tough,
Ravens.
man.
Yep.
Got the first three pretty good, but
Got the firm in, I
After that,
guess.
I
I wanted
guess.
Houston to win the Super Bowl last year.
I want to know what Cody had for his like playoffs and stuff.
oh, dude, I might be able to find it. Let me look.
That's all right if you can't.
Dude, ChatGPT cooked me earlier.
What'd they say, man?
That's when I said Cam Rising.
Ooh, yeah, they got you because they be doing that where they like pull up last
Bro,
year.
I had to make sure I put. It even said in Kansas State that Will Howard's gone. I said, yeah, I got to get out
Yeah,
of here.
you gotta stop. Oh yeah,
I don't.
nah, never do that again.
I could never without putting 2025,
Never
2026.
do that again. Oh man, that's tough.
That's tough.
God, I was so high on Utah last year for what?
Just to get crushed. Love it.
Holy
College
crap.
football.
Are
Can't
we
wait.
are we good? Are we done to wrap it up?
Then we're good.
All
I
right,
think we're
everybody.
good.
That was fun.
There's
I don't know how long we just went, but it was a minute.
a minute. Yeah.
Appreciate
That's all
everybody
right.
once
It's
again. It was
a lot of
fun.
clips. Yes, sir.
This is the Muffed Sports Show. I'm your host, Hayden Haynes. That's Seth Killen and Cody Hart, and we'll be back. Peace.
Peace.
Have a good night, boys.
See you, dude.